Hi, welcome to episode 43 of the Stress Knits podcast. I am Stacy, also known as Stress Knits on Ravelry and Stacy Elston on Instagram. Today is Friday, April 21st, 2017. Hi. I already said that. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate everybody that's come back and stuck with my crazy self, and for those of you checking me out, I genuinely appreciate it. If you like the podcast, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, just so that, I don't know, it's nice to know that people enjoy what I'm doing, and the subscription button just kind of helps with that. So, with that, I've recorded once already, but at the very end of the podcast, my body was making really weird noises. I had mac and cheese for lunch because I visited my dad, but my parents, because my dad had appendicitis on Wednesday and had his appendix taken out. So I just wanted to visit, see how he's doing. He's super sore. He only had to stay in the hospital one night, thank goodness. But yeah, he's super sore. Kind of sucks, but he's doing well. So yeah, that's good. I'm exhausted because unicorn frappuccino craze, y'all. I understand that it's pretty, and I understand that a lot of you like the way it tastes. I personally didn't like it. I don't know, mango's not my thing. But people were crazy and really mean about them, so there's that. So that was literally the hardest shift I've ever worked in my life. Also, please don't be mad at your barista if they're out because Starbucks didn't send stores enough, like, supplies to make them because they didn't anticipate it being a big thing. Unicorn Frappuccino posted everywhere on social media. Of course it was going to be a big thing. So that's really frustrating. During my shift last night, the phone would ring every 5 minutes, like on the dot. People asking if we still had it because people drove 45 minutes to our store because everywhere around them didn't have it. So again, totally get it if you like it, just patience and kindness. That's what the unicorns would want, you guys. That's what the unicorns would want. I am on a little bit of a time crunch because I'm going on a road trip today with Doug and one of my best friends for a surprise thing. So I'll inform you of that next episode because just in case they're watching, I don't want them to know. So there's that. They won't, but just in case. Yeah, so with that, I am going to, I feel like there's more I had to say. I don't remember. I said that I recorded this once before, right? I think so. Yeah, because mac and cheese is making my stomach sound awful. So I just took a break, drank some water. I think we're okay now. Let's hope, at least for a little bit. So anyway, I have a finished object. So I think I've only shown these on the podcast once before. These are my Andres Knit sock blank socks. I love them so much. They're gorgeous. I just decided to bang them out last week, and I did. And they're pair number 3 for my box of socks. So super, super excited about these being done. And so that I could cast on all of the socks for the Socktacular cow because, yeah, I have to, right? Which I'll talk about in a second. So yeah, these are done, and here is the remaining little bit of my sock blank. My friend's on her way, so I have to crank this out. It's gonna be fine. So I'm going to frame this and put it on the wall behind me once I decorate this room and paint it, maybe. But yeah, so Andres Knit sock blank, obsessed. So there's that. And next is Socktacular cast-ons because, I almost forgot to say, I'm wearing my Colorfield shawl. This is the Colorfield shawl by Kemper Ray, or Raybot, of Junk Yarn podcast in yarn fame. It is knit out of Stress Knits yarn on a DK base I was trying out in the Bell Jar colorway, and something, I don't remember, I dyed it once or twice. I dyed it for a custom order and myself, and I think that's it. I think it's just called like Something Ordinary. I don't know. It's a tonal gray with dark gray speckles, which I'll probably revamp and re-release because I need a tonal gray because I am a gray kind of gal. But yeah, so everybody is knitting, like literally everybody's knitting this, and it is the best shawl ever. I love it. I can't wait for the worsted weight one to come out because she's working on one. So excited about that. I want to knit another one ASAP, but I actually might cast a new one on soon. So there is that. But I cast on a few things for the Socktacular Cow, which started on Easter and is running through June 16th. So the basic idea, all the information can be found last episode, episode 42, and on the Stress Knits Ravelry group. But the basic idea is using a special skinny yarn or one of your favorite skeins of yarn that you're just kind of holding off on because you're worried about ruining it. It's yarn. You can rip it out if you don't like it. Yeah, so stop hoarding, essentially, which I am a huge... You guys, I'm a mess. I'm so sorry. I don't know why you watch this, but I'm a huge hoarder when it comes to super special skeins of yarn. That was not a culprit. I'm a culprit of this. I always hoard my super special skeins. So I have caked a lot up and I've cast 2 on. So the first, this is the sock that I knit while I was at the hospital waiting for my dad. This is Jinx yarn in the Menahan colorway on Glitz sock. Jinx yarn, Glitz sock. This was a collaboration between Laura of Jinx Yarn and Kristen of Wollenvine, so obviously I had to have it. 2 of my favorite dyers. It's spectacular, so it has to be in the Socktacular Cow. I bought this last year when they did it. I'm obsessed, and I've knit quite a bit. So here it is. This is the back of the sock, obviously. But I did a 1x1 twisted rib. 64 stitches, decreased down to 56. I have my cute little Sugar Tots narwhal stitch marker that I love. I have Partridge heel flap, which doing in a hospital is hard. There's so many distractions. I have Partridge heel flap, and I've finished the gussets, and I'm just working down the foot. And they are on my size US 1s, 2.25 millimeter carbons. Signatures. Big difference. I love these. Love them very much. So I will probably be knitting on, I love the way this dark stripe is happening. Gorgeous. I'll probably be knitting on these during the car ride today. So there is that sock. The second sock that I cast on is more for the pattern, less for the yarn, because it is my, I need to stop. My hand-dyed yarn. So I could dye it any time, but I thought it would be perfect because this color combination reminds me of Mina, and it's a Mina Phillip pattern. So this is my Nemo Touch the Butt colorway, which is one of my favorite parts of Finding Nemo, is when Nemo goes to touch the butt. So there's Nemo Touch the Butt. I am knitting the Avenue socks. I haven't really knit much. I've knit 2 repeats of the pattern, so a repeat and a half of the pattern, so you can't really tell what it is, but 20 rounds of 2x2 ribbing, and then I decreased down to meet the stitch requirement for the pattern. I am doing if you know the pattern, this is the Avenue socks by Mina Phillip from her New York sock collection. It's my favorite. I love it. It's gorgeous. I am doing the stacked version and the 6-row repeat. It'll make sense if you have the pattern, but I love it. I'm also only doing the pattern on the front and stocking it on the back, so it's going by super fast. Love it. So there is pair number 2. I also caked up the most special skein of yarn in my stash, which is Hedgehog Fibers Soda Pop, which is one on the old Hedgehog Fibers base, just to die for you guys. And it is a club colorway from years ago, and I found this on a D-stash last year, and I could not believe it. I'm sorry that the light is just like... But, yeah, I'm obsessed with this colorway, and it's all Kate from Stitch Addiction Podcast's fault. She knit a pair of socks, and I kind of put a call out to anybody that possibly has any, like, scrap yarn of this, and she sent me it for my birthday last year. It's just the sweetest, most amazing thing ever. And so, yeah, I have Soda Pop by Hedgehog Fibers, which will be cast on probably next week. And then I have a skein on my Swift, which is the, what is it? It is the April Yarn of the Month Club skein. All those, by the way, went out yesterday and today, so you should be getting them sometime in the next week or two, depending on few days or week or two, depending on where you live. I'm obsessed with it, so I have my test skein, which is a little darker than the one that you guys will be receiving, but I love it. So I have that waiting to be wound up. I also have my skein of Once Upon a Corgi that is going to end up being Mercury socks, and a skein of Legacy Fiber Arts in the Woodland Shenanigans 2 that was probably going to be Hermione's Everyday Socks or some kind of simple pearl patterned sock. So those are my backups. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. And literally that is all the knitting that I've done. It's gonna be a super short episode because yeah, I still have my Apple Blossom socks on the needles and my Hermione's Everyday socks. I haven't touched them. I'm just really into the socks that I'm knitting for the Socktacular Cow right now. It's not my friend. I keep checking just to make sure she's not rolling up because I think the door's locked. But anyway, I will be diving into some Stress Knits news. This is going to be really short. The first one was only a half hour, so I'm talking much faster and leaving out much more detail than I did last episode. But the rest of the show is going to be Stress Knits, and that's just going to be a few minutes. So if you're not interested, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you are interested, then I'm going to show you what's still in the shop. So I had a shop update on Wednesday, and there are still a few skeins left in the, well, not a few, there's a lot of skeins left in the shop, which is really exciting because if you like things, you can buy them. It was actually really funny. I was running to the post office and somebody bought a skein of bell jar, and like I was literally heading out the door with all of my packages in my totes, and they ordered it, and I was like, I can't get this out until Monday because I'm gonna be out of town. So I was like, I'm just gonna print it off now. So whoever that was, I think her name, I'm not gonna say her name because that's, I don't know, that is not my place. But yeah, you ordered at the exact right moment. So that was just funny. Anyway, yeah, so this stuff is still in the shop. These are my 3 new colorways that I am in love with. First up is Peach Plum Pear that I showed you last week. This is it on my favorite sock base. Love this yarn. Peach Plum Pear. We'll do that one last. This is Gravel, which I really just wanted a fun neutral speckle. So it is a off-white cream kind of color with a bunch of gray speckles, and because of the way it's dyed, the dye breaks at some spots, so you'll also get some orange speckles, some blue speckles. It's gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. So there's that. I actually think I'm going to use this for the Joji Locatelli starting point mystery knit along. So there's that. And then, last but certainly not least, my favorite that is new is Stay Sexy, Don't Get Murdered, which is a homage to my favorite podcast, which is My Favorite Murder, which all of you lovely murderinos turned me on to because you were like, how are you not listening to this? I don't know. This is on my Sturdy sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, so it just has a bunch of really fun hidden speckles. It is this gorgeous like gray blue base, a lot of pink, some red, green, purple. It's perfect. I really love this. I know for sure that there are 2 skeins left in the shop of this. So yeah, that is what's in the shop. I will hopefully be having a shop update next week. So this is really short. It's more of an update than an episode. But all I've been wanting to knit on are socks, and they're pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. I'm drinking my iced coffee. I'm going on the road trip. Dad was in the hospital. Other stuff's going on, but it's not really my stuff to talk about, so I'm not going to. But yeah, so thank you again for all of your support in Stress Knits and just being here and letting me talk to you for a few minutes about my favorite thing in the entire world. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!